Hi, this is Lucy and welcome to the PTS. For those that don't know, I have a very, very low level PC character. I really do have to level her up. I got onto the PTS because one of my Discord members said that they did not like the new building user interface on the PTS, so I thought I'd give it a go. So this character is currently level 11, I think. Yes, nearly level 12. And I do not play her very often. I play her occasionally to get on the PTS and just test it, have a go. I have had quite a few crashes. I don't know if that's my PC or if it's the PTS. Now, a lot of you will probably have heard, unless you've been living under a rock, that Bethesda will be implementing relaxed building on public servers. Relaxed building is what we currently use on custom worlds, if you've ever been on a custom world. There are some issues with it. If you haven't checked out his channel or his videos, Moonlight Cowboy has been doing some videos about this and about the changes to build mode. However, on the PTS, when I was checking my settings yesterday, I did notice this. Under game, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, workshop building rules, relaxed, restricted, relaxed or restricted. Presumably restricted are what we currently have. So if you hate relaxed building, then you do not have to use it. Now, I can't guarantee that everything that I'm about to show you is going to make it into the game. Sometimes things change, they tweak it, that's why there's a player test server. But the other thing I want to talk to you about today is not so much that, but the fact that there is a new build system, a new building interface, and I am going to show you that. And I'm going to show you how to use it by rebuilding this house. I built this house a couple of days ago. So I've had a few problems this morning. The first problem is that when I logged in, there was a best build in my spot, and despite logging on and off for half an hour, it will not go away. So I have moved my camp. The second problem is, and I wasn't aware of this yesterday when I moved my camp widget, the new build system does not contain new, recent or stored. So all of the resources to build that camp are currently locked and I can't access them. So being level 10, 11, I had to go around and pick up a load more resources. According to the Bethesda website, those are coming later in the PTS. But I'm going to show you what the new build system looks like. So here is the build menu on the left. You have these different headings, and on the right you can see that there are subheadings. Now I am scrolling through this using down on the D-pad. Although I'm playing on PC, you can play on PC with an Xbox controller, so all of the navigation and everything is showing you what it will be on Xbox. So we're going to rebuild this house, hopefully. The other problem I've been having is that the game keeps crashing. Now, I don't know whether this is because the PTS is unstable or because my PC is on its last legs. So, let's make a start. I'm going to use this floor, and the build was basically 3 by 3. Now, because we have relaxed building on, I can place something anywhere. Now you will notice that I can't highlight it. If you see top left, build and modify, that is the symbol as the Windows button on an Xbox controller, which is the small button to the left, next to the left stick. If I click that and go to modify, I can now edit this. I can select it, or I can store scrap. I'm going to scrap it. I need to press the Windows button again to go back to build. And go to the right. These are in alphabetical order. All of the subcategories, apart from Red Barn. Possibly because it's actually called the Barn set, not the Red Barn. I don't know. That's the only one I found. This is the set I used. In the existing build system, it's called Siding Wall, but I've always maintained that when it first came out in the Atom shop, it was called the Contemporary set, and you can actually see on the top left it says Contemporary Housing. I'm going to use plain walls on the sides. Windows here and here. Plain wall here. Windows. Doorway. I'm going to put some half walls on. Oops. Going to put these all the way around. If you're not using the porch, you could put a full wall in here, but because I'm going to make that porch, I'm going to put half walls all the way around. And I'm going to run out of word, aren't I? Oh, you couldn't make this up. Right. Thought I had enough. Obviously not. I need a bit more wood. I'll be right back. So, hopefully. I don't know. It takes so much when you consider all the top wall arches and everything. There we go. Unfortunately, you don't have any of the really useful cards, like the build card that means you use less resources. I don't have woodchucker. I don't have scrapper. All of these cards that would be really useful in the beginning, you do not have. Right, I am going to go to roofs. I can't remember which roof I used now. I think it was the blue one because I like that blue roof. As you probably know, I am actually in the process of building a camp here in the real world. You can see, as I said, that it's all done on the D-pad. We might not have a porch at this rate, but we'll see how we go. Unfortunately, I cleared out Helvetia the other day, and despite picking up loads of junk, I have obviously not picked up enough to for it to reset. Right, back to walls again, and we are going to use these fascias. Which are a bit of a pain to get on still. Come on, you went. Right, let's try this one here. The trouble is, if I place it and I miss, because we've got this situation without being able to place anything anywhere, I'm very conscious of the fact that yeah, it will just float and then I will have lost the resources and I'll only get half back. Walls again, we're going back to the half wall and we're going to put this window in here like so. Back to the roofs, and we're going to put these on. So the house is pretty much finished. It needs stairs. We are going to use a stair frame. The first one with the stairs on the left. And I didn't mean to do that. Scrap. Back to build. Stairs. I used this one. Now, the one thing that is interesting is, if you've used stair frames before, you will know that if I decided I wanted to take this out on the existing build system, it won't come out. Because we are in, we have these relaxed build settings, we can in fact just take that out. So that is a good thing. We need upper floors. And there, and we're going to match these to the ones on the ground. This one, I can't tell which way it's going. I want to turn that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wallpaper. Now, wallpaper is under the modifier menu. So we go to modify and then we go to wallpaper. And I used this wallpaper. I'm pretty certain that wallpaper is actually resource free, as in it doesn't cost anything. So hopefully we'll get the whole house wallpapered. Now, because I am not going to have enough wood to do the porch, what I'm going to do is I am going to take this off. Going to modify, edit, scrap it, and I'm actually going back to build. I'm going to put a window in there like that. You could, if you wanted, use porch foundations. I don't know how much wood I've got left. 15. So if I had one more wood, that would give me 4. I only need 3. Not porches. Obviously the roofs won't match. That takes 6. 3 6s are 18. I do not have enough wood. Although I suppose if I scrap these, would I get 2 back? That might give me enough. Shall we try it? No door, I'm afraid. I've got 18 wood. There we go. Maths for the win. So, I don't know which one I'm going to use. See, the one that goes with this... No, that's the... Where is the one that goes with the contemporary set? I don't know. Haunted greenhouse. Ooh, what's that? Fortress porch. I didn't know there was one of those. I never saw that. How peculiar. Looks interesting. You could do interesting things with that. Probably not. Right. I think this is the porch that goes with this. 1, 2, 3. So decorating, I don't have any resources left, but furniture is all down here. It gets a bit weird. It kind of, I find it a bit distracting when you're looking for furniture and you have to go through all of these sub-menus, or you have to go down towards them. Seating, I might be able to put a sofa down. No, I need wood. No. Never mind. But everything seems to be organised quite logically, which makes a change. I mean, the problem is always going to be that it's going to start off fine like the other system did. I have joked for years that the reason everything is all over the place is that they give new interns the job of assigning objects to categories. And if they don't know what it is, or they're not familiar with the game, it just can go anywhere. It can literally go anywhere. So we'll see whether it stays as logical. One would hope so. Electronics. Interesting. Surfaces. That's an odd word for tables, isn't it? Surfaces. They are literally all types of table, as far as I can tell. I suppose kitchen. Yeah. It's a bit... I don't know. Kind of makes sense. Maybe. Oh, interesting. The clean sink, which gives you water, is under appliances. Decorations. Again, you have to go all the way to the end. I don't know where the... I like that all the prefabs are together. I don't know where water is, because that sink... Unless we've got one that doesn't give us water. See, there's water. Maybe there's a sink that doesn't give water. It means you can actually put it in a shelter, which would be good. Let's have a look. We found it under furniture, appliances. I can make this. We'll put a sink in our house. Now, to get out, you do not press the same button that you used to get in, which is how it works at the moment. You have to hold down B to exit. No. So the sinks are in furniture and in water. Although, does that mean we can put it in a shelter? I don't think I have a shelter. Maybe. What's this? Ooh, no, we don't want that. Just looking for the little one. I can actually put this down. Shall we see what it's like in the shelter quickly? You have disabled pacifist mode. PvP interactions and PvP related death may now occur inside shelters. Okay. Apparently I can't actually go in the shelter and test it out. So overall, I do not hate it. I don't hate it. The building system needed a complete overhaul. Is it better? Yes. Is it frustrating because of the modify? Yes. The one thing I found when I was building the house the first time was you kind of get used to it quite quickly, or I did. I mean, I build in a lot of other games. I'm currently building in No Man's Sky. I'm currently building in ESO. I'm currently building in Power World and Fallout 76. So switching between build systems, my brain is kind of wired for it now. I do occasionally do the wrong thing. So I don't hate it. I think it is going to be better once you get used to it, but it is a steep learning curve. I kind of feel that bringing this out also at the same time as relaxed building is potentially a too steep a learning curve for some players. But as I have said right at the beginning of this video, you can turn relaxed building off if you want. So if you have Fallout first, go to take a workshop, or even if you don't have Fallout first, take a workshop, play around with the new system when it comes out. I will do a couple of easy videos, easy builds using the new system, because as I said, I think it will be difficult for some players. But in the long run, once you get used to it, I think it will be much easier to find things. That's my take on it. So I hope that made sense. Don't worry too much. And for my own personal sanity, after all of the problems I've had doing this on the PTS, I think I'm going to get Fallout first on PC for a month. I'm going to level my character up to level 50, and I am going to go and get as many resources as I can, so that if we have any changes to build system, I can get on the PTS and actually build something without spending hours trying to find resources. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Please don't worry, I will help you through the transition. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.